Roadrunner Rundown on Bakersfield.com and the CSUB Roadrunners Digital Network.
Bakersfield punches their ticket to the NCAA Tournament.
Live from downtown Bakersfield, California.
Driving Harrington for the win. The CSUB Roadrunners are your Western Athletic Conference baseball champions.
Here's the voice of the runners, Corey Costello.
Hey, welcome in once again to Roadrunner Rundown, the official program, CSUB Roadrunner Athletics. Thanks so much for joining us on the program today. And you know what? We've got another championship to celebrate. Congratulations to CSUB Softball for winning the Western Athletic Conference Tournament. They are heading to the NCAA Regionals, and we'll be speaking with a couple members of the softball team, Adriana Cardoza, Jo Larios joining us on the program coming up, along with head coach Crissy Buck-Ziegler. As the Roadrunners did it, they went up there as a 3 seed, knocking off the 2 seed and the number 1 seed twice to win the Western Athletic Conference Tournament. They head to the UCLA Regional, where they'll take on UCLA, Fresno State, Cal State Fullerton, all in that regional as well. So a big congratulations to them, and we'll have another trophy in the house here shortly. So good job by CSUB Softball, talking about a lot about that on the program today. And of course, we'll also continue our summer camps preview, as this is sadly our next to last show of the season. We were expecting to do the big Rowdies unveil this week, and then softball went and won, so we had to celebrate that. So next week will be our Rowdies nominee show, 1 week before the 5th annual Rowdies, which will be at the Fox Theater on May the 31st. And so we'll be doing that on the program next week, and get you all the nominees for the awards, and they'll be up on our website as well at GoRunners.com. But this week, we're going to be talking a lot of softball and summer camps. We'll have more previews of the availability for summer camps this summer for your kids. We talked last week about basketball. This week, Mackenzie Westphal, assistant volleyball coach, will join us. Volleyball has a lot of camps going on this summer. They kind of break it up by positions and indoor and outdoor and all that good stuff. So a lot of volleyball going on this summer in terms of camps, and so an opportunity to join us out at CSUB and have your kids taken care of for a couple days a week. It ain't a bad deal. And we'll talk with Mackenzie Westphal about that, and they get some good instruction. Have a good time as well. So that's coming up in the final segment of the program today. But let's get to the highlights. As CSUB softball, as we mentioned, was at the Western Athletic Conference Tournament, and the Roadrunners starting things off. We'll go to the Sunday title game, as many years for beating UMKC and then New Mexico State. They get the Aggies again. Maybe a different result this year. First inning, Julia Cavazos singling to left, a rough tourney for the New Mexico State left fielder. As an arrow cost them 2 runs in the game against CSUB in the semifinals and cost them an extra base here. Nothing for the runners, though, in this inning, but the dugout's in spirit. They're ready to roll. Second inning, one on, a bunt for CSUB coming from Larios. A great play made by Adams at third base to throw back to first, doubles up the runners to end the inning. Defense, we can play defense, too. How about Sydney Raber selling out in center field to rob an Aggie hit? She wasn't done because, well, what do they say? Well, first she has to fix her visor. And now the next batter, the other side, Raber again, making a long run for the grab. And that visor should really be adjusted. No score, though, after 2. Little defense behind the dish as well. Larios going to throw out Bergeson trying to steal, and it holds CSUB and New Mexico State scoreless through 3 innings. Pitchers duel indeed. Donna Storp was good for the Aggies as she strikes out one of her 4 in the game, but as was Amber Mills, she strikes out 4 as well, and we are still scoreless. 4th inning, big chance for New Mexico State. The throwing error here at first, and then they try to sneak a run home to break the tie. Not going to happen. Pickle anybody? Roadrunners get the rundown, and they are going to end the threat with the tag right here. These ladies were just Teflon. Nothing sticking to them in this series, and we continue to be scoreless. Bottom of the 6th now, 2nd and 3rd for New Mexico State. Only 1 out. Amber Mills gets the strikeout. Look at Jo Larios. She's pumped. And behind the dish, next batter going to hit the ball to the left, but not that deep. Ends another threat. And look at the emotion of the runners. They go to the top of the 7th. Final chance, Jo Larios gets all of that one. Opportunity sees that ball's not coming back. Larios with her first career home run. This isn't a home run trot. This is a full-out sprint around the bases. The Roadrunners are jacked up because they are 3 outs away from their first WAC title. Looks like Coach Buck is the calmest one on the field. That never happens, but the runners are pumped up as they head to the bottom of the 7th. Amber and Mills going to get a little defense. Adriana Cardoza deep in the hole for the out, and then the Roadrunners now just 1 out away. Look at this pitch. Freeze frame right on the inside corner. That's going to do it. The Roadrunners win the Western Athletic Conference Tournament. Let the celebration again. CSUB wins their first WAC title in softball, the 4th for the program in the last 2 years. Another look. Yeah, that's a strike all day long as another look at the game-winning moment from behind the plate. What a moment for the runners, and they win it. Crissy Buck-Ziegler gets the trophy, and that's coming home to Bakersfield, folks. What a run for the third-seeded Roadrunners as they win 1-0 over New Mexico State. Jo Larios solo home run at the top of the 7th. Larios Mills named all-tournament. Sydney Raber was tournament MVP as well. So a lot of honors for the Roadrunners in this tournament. So congratulations to CSUB. Now the question is, where do they go now? Well, we head to the selection show, Selection Sunday for that, as the Roadrunners trying to find out with the trophy in the Icardo room and the bracket. Here's where they found out where they were going. UCLA it is for the Roadrunners as they will head to Westwood in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Bakersfield excited, and here is head coach Crissy Buck-Ziegler talking about the opportunity.
It's just fun. It's going to be a fun place to play in. We played there this year, and that, to be honest, it's the reason why we schedule the way that we schedule, whether it be Fresno or UCLA. I want them to be in the arena that they could possibly be in if we do go to a regional, because that's the closest that we would probably go to. I'm just really excited for them. Yes, I do know them. We know UCLA personally, but more importantly, it's just going to be a fun competition, and I'm excited for these kids to get their first shot at going after a Division I national championship.
So the Roadrunners will be at the UCLA Regional. Their first game will be Friday at 6 o'clock, taking on host UCLA. Of course, Coach Crissy Buck-Ziegler, part of the 1999 National Championship for the championship team for the Bruins, and they will take on CSUB Friday at 6 o'clock, and then it's to be determined after that what times they will play on Saturday, but the one guarantee game will be Friday night at 6 o'clock against UCLA. Tickets available for the Regional 654 Blue. You can get additional seats as well in the CSUB section if you want to do that. Again, 654 Blue. Also, our Tournament Central page available on GoRunners.com. On to CSUB baseball. They're still fighting for a spot in their conference tournament. Chicago State in town. 2 wins already into Sunday's action. 1-1 at the bottom of the 5th before Dustin Fraley set to get a hold of another one. This one's going to go to the gap. Ryan Grotjohn, who doubled to lead off the inning, comes in to score, and Fraley has 1 double on the weekend. Let's make it through as he rounds second, diving in headfirst for the triple. Runners up 2-1. Not yet done yet, though. Malik Jones going to come up at the plate. He had a big series for CSUB, and one more. Why not? He's going to get the ground ball to the left side. Too hot to handle over there. Fraley scores. Everybody's safe, and it's 3-1 CSUB. Base running, the only question mark for the Roadrunners this weekend. They got caught in a couple rundowns. Another one here as Jones breaks a little early for second, and that'll end the Roadrunners' threat. Bottom of the 6th, Ryan Grotjohn at the plate drives the ball to the right. He would bring in another run as CSUB extends the lead to 4-1 right here as Chance Guspeth comes in to score. Chicago State, though, on Friday scored 5 in the 9th, forcing the runners to win at the bottom half of the inning. Can they get it again? They got a little something going in the 9th here, the single after an error, and then next thing you know, this walk coming up right here from Garrett Nimmo. It's going to load the bases with 1 out. So sacrifice fly coming up here for Chicago State. That will bring in a run, so it's 4-2 with 2 outs in the 9th. And how about Garrett Nimmo ready to end things? Spectacular fashion. That ball almost takes his hand off, but he sticks with it, gets the out, and the Roadrunners earn the series sweep over Chicago State 4-2. Nimmo jacked up about that defensive play with the glove hand. So the Roadrunners get the series sweep 4-2 over Chicago State. Ryan Grotjohn and Chance Guspeth both had 2 hits each. Ryan Grotjohn, by the way, was named WAC Hitter of the Week. A big weekend for Grotjohn at the plate as Bakersfield's starting to get pretty good. They had to win on Friday in dramatic fashion after leading 5-0. Chicago State scores 5 in the 9th. David Metzger had 5 RBIs in the ball game. He gets the game winner in the bottom of the 9th as the Runners won Friday's game 6-5. And on Saturday, all Bakersfield, they win it 14-3 in 7 innings via the mercy rule. So the Roadrunners That sweep was big because a lot of things happen in conference, and now the Roadrunners have a heck of a shot. Here's how it's going to play out. They will host North Dakota this weekend. This weekend series is Thursday, Friday, and Saturday this week because of the conference tournament coming up next week, giving teams the additional day to travel. So Thursday at 6 o'clock, they'll host North Dakota on the WAC Digital Network. Friday night at 6 as well, and Saturday at noon. And the Roadrunners trying to be the final team in the WAC. Here is the tournament scenarios. Now, CSUB is in if they finish with more WAC wins than UTRGV. Right now, they have the same amount, but they're not going to play the same amount of games because of some rainouts that the Roadrunners had earlier this year against Northern Colorado. But weather expected in the Midwest this weekend, that and in Texas, so who knows what's going to happen. But if the Roadrunners, any way, shape, or form, finish with more wins than UTRGV in conference play, they are in. Both teams right now have 9. CSUB will also get in if they sweep North Dakota and New Mexico State, who is visiting Greeley, Colorado, taking on Northern Colorado, sweeps Northern Colorado. By the way, Northern Colorado has needed 1 win to get in the tournament. For the last 2 weeks, they've gone 0-6. They have not managed to get a conference victory. So if they fail to win a game, the Roadrunners could be in the tournament as well. So a couple of scenarios working out. So very important games coming up for the Runners. Biggest thing for them, just win. They need to win these games this weekend at Hartfield again, 6 o'clock Thursday, 6 o'clock Friday, and noon on Saturday. So that is where the scenarios kind of play out for the Roadrunners. So a lot of stuff still to be determined, and it makes for a good time. All right, we're going to step away and take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk some softball with the WAC champions, CSUB's head coach Crissy Buck-Ziegler, along with Jo Larios and Adriana Cardoza joining us in studio. We'll talk about that and much more still to come. Also coming up, volleyball camp preview at the end of the program with Mackenzie Westphal, our assistant coach. We'll be back. This is Roadrunner Rundown.
Hey, Jim.
Hey, what's up, big man?
I want to go faster.
Pedal harder.
Talking about our internet.
Okay, no problem.
I'm serious, dude.
Hey, I'm serious too. We just increased your current internet speeds for free. Your Lightning internet just got faster.
For free?
You know it.
What about me, Jim? I have Bright House.
Yours too.
That's what I'm talking about.
And me?
You have Bright House?
No.
Sorry to hear that. But have your parents call me.
Okay.
Introducing a new way to get the news. The Bakersfield Californian e-edition. It's not a website, it's the actual Bakersfield Californian right on your tablet computer, laptop, even your smartphone. All the news, features, pictures, and ads you're used to right at your fingertips. Now you can get the Californian on your schedule, anytime, anywhere, anyplace. Get your new Bakersfield Californian e-edition today. Visit eedition.bakersfield.com.
We strive to achieve excellence through determination and hard work.
We are committed to learning from those around us.
Our professors and peers,
Our coaches and teammates,
and our opponents.
we compete with integrity and passion.
And we seize our moment when the opportunity arises.
We take pride in our communities
And believe that we can inspire others.
Just as they have inspired us.
We may wear different colors, but we share the same purpose.
We learn, we compete, we inspire.
We are
The Western Athletic Conference.
In a fertile valley, a growing university with record enrollment and graduates serving the needs of a thriving community. A tradition of athletic excellence.
Basil, off the screen. Basil, 2 seconds. Basil for the win!
Now, champions of the Western Athletic Conference, CSU Bakersfield.
You know, I was the Metro columnist in the Bakersfield Californian for 10 years, and one of the recurring themes in my writing was sort of the self-analysis of Bakersfield. Who are we? Who are these people? Where do they come from? What kind of people are they? My interest in the Bakersfield sound is kind of connected to that because we are those people. We are the people who created that music. We are the people who enjoyed that music, who bought those records. Because it spoke to us in a certain way, it sort of reflected who we are. Read this book and kind of, you get a feel for, who we are.
The Roadrunner Scholarship Fund creates educational opportunities for over 300 student athletes at CSUB. By becoming a member and donating to the Roadrunner Scholarship Fund, you're not only helping the Roadrunners fund the scholarship needs of our teams, you're investing in the future. The Roadrunner Scholarship Fund isn't just developing student athletes. We're developing tomorrow's leaders from lessons learned during competition. For more information, log on to gorunners.com/donate and become a member of the Roadrunner Scholarship Fund.
We are back on Roadrunner Rundown. I always like when I get to add hardware to the studio. So this is nice. The 2016 Softball Championship Trophy making an appearance here on Roadrunner Rundown. Thanks in part to these ladies who are joining us in studio. Adriana Cardoza, Jo Larios, and head coach Crissy Buck-Ziegler. Ladies, congratulations. What a run. That was fun to watch.
Thank you.
What first of all, now every game was close. Coach, you guys won what? 4-3, 2-1, and 1-0. I mean,
well, that's how you should win. You know, it honestly doesn't matter at the end of the day if you won by 10 or won by 1.
Absolutely
you win.
not.
So that's really all that matters.
I'm just wondering how you dealt with the emotion of that and how those games being so tight.
Honest, I swear on everything. The minute it got tight, or the minute they would have runners on or bases loaded, I would sit in the dugout and just take a big, deep breath and say, it's their time. It literally, and they're all laughing at me. I swear on everything. I did. I just believed in them. I believed that they could get out of it. We'd been in so many situations like that all year long, and they pulled through. They did a great job.
Well, I was going to say, and I made the comment when we were doing the highlights, watching Jo's home run trot, you were the calmest person on the field, which never happens. So, I mean, Jo's doing the airplane around the bases. She's jacked up, and you just kind of calmly gave her a high five. Like, I didn't see like a fist pump or arms. Like, you were just like I said, how is Coach Buck the calmest person out there?
I don't know. I watched that home run.
Like, here's right here. Here's the trot, right?
Okay.
And, I mean, obviously
Let's
Jo's
watch
ecstatic,
this.
but then you're just kind of like, as you come around third, good job, kid. Yeah, there you go.
I said, yeah, exactly. Well, I've been waiting the whole time. My arm actually is ready to fall off, so I couldn't really lift it that high because I've thrown so much BP in the past 4 weeks, but that's okay.
Yeah.
No, honestly, when the ball was hit, it was in slow motion.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, just get to the gap. Okay, that thing's over. Okay, we're winning this. And legit, I'm telling you that what you just saw right there is what I felt in the dugout the entire time, just breathing and saying, we have this. It's ours. And I had a feeling we were going to get a hit and to kind of break the door open and get, honestly, a home run. I don't know why I had that feeling, but I had that feeling. And I just had a feeling in Jo that she was going to do well. She was going to get on base for us.
Yeah.
That's what I knew.
Yeah.
And dang, man, she got all of it. So good for her. That's like dream right there. So
Right.
it was fun.
Well,
it was a fun time.
Let's go to the home run real quick because I'm going to tell you my home run story. I already told Coach this. So I'm watching it on the WAC Digital Network at home. And like I said, I could barely deal with it being a tight ball game like that, right? So I'm already kind of losing my mind. Well, you're up there, you're in the batter's box, and you start adjusting your glasses. Well, the announcer made a comment that, Larios adjusting her glasses. My wife's sitting next to me, and she goes, yeah, adjust your glasses and hit a bomb. And then the next pitch, and she jumps in the air and starts yelling, I called that.
My glasses were fogging up. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to see the ball. I just kept moving them. I was like, it was.
Well, and as soon as the pitch, I mean, from watching it, seeing from the center field camera that, we're getting to see, as soon as that pitch was let go, it just seemed like, this thing is right here. Belt high, right down the middle. Did you see it when it left her hand too? Like, oh, wow, this is something I can
I've
drive.
never seen a ball so big in my life. It was like a beach ball. Because that's what we've been focusing on this whole season was just seeing the ball and going to the ball. And for the past about 4 months, Coach has been out there with us every day from 8 to 6 p.m.
Yeah.
And her arm's about to fall off.
So well worth it.
Yeah. Well, and that happens too. They always talk about that when it's kind of your time or you just get hot. Like, things happen. The ball looks gigantic and you can do no wrong. And so did it kind of seem like that?
Oh yeah.
For sure. Nice.
I just went up there. I was like, I just need to do whatever it takes to get on base right now.
Yeah. Well, the announcers had made the comment too that it was such a good game and pitching and defense wise, and they had said, well, something. You have a feeling something's going to happen, is what they said. Something crazy is going to happen. Well, it happened. And the other part of the victories all weekend were defense as well. And Adria, you were a big part of that. Your guys' defense was amazing. I mean, we're showing diving and that play in the hole in the 7th and the diving catches in the outfield by Sid and how busy everything was in the outfield all weekend. I mean, the defense was unreal.
Oh, it was amazing. Like, it was so clutch, especially Kaylin in left field. She ran down some balls that I was so amazed that she can get. Even Sydney, too, and Julia, that backup that she had was so clutch. It was just, we knew we had to have Amber's back. She was giving us her all. Like, we had to do everything for her. And
this play right here was awesome.
Yeah.
This play, I'm sorry. For those that haven't seen it, I yell at them all the time about rundowns. And they worked it perfect. They worked that rundown perfect.
And this happened a lot during the first game with New Mexico State, where you were able to cut them down at the plate or prevent them from scoring and things like that. I mean, that strikeout, by the way, in the 6th was huge too, with no contact out, and then there's another fly ball in the left field. I mean, that non-contact out was huge, but it just seemed like anytime the ball was hit in the vicinity of somebody, there was going to be a play made.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It was a great weekend.
It's really funny because you always talk about championships are won with defense.
Yeah. And
in this conference, the offense from New Mexico State is unreal. They're 7th in the nation with batting average. And to hold that team to 0 runs and 1 run was unheard of. I think we were the only team that had left them home run less in the WAC in those last 2 games especially. But man, their defense was on point, and that was another point of emphasis that we kept talking about is we got to get rid of the ball, we got to get to the ball, and they did wonderful out there, especially Kaylin Burt. Man, she had 9 putouts in 1 game. That's unheard of for an outfielder.
There was that one that it was hit in the first game against New Mexico State that, I mean, there was, as soon as it was hit, I said, oh boy. And then I watch her go back, and then she kind of circles around. I'm like, is she going to get that? And she caught it right at the wall. I mean, I know, thankfully, that Seattle's kind of a rainy, damp, and windy place sometimes. So thank you. Again, another one of those indications that everything was kind of on our side because even the weather was playing in our favor.
No, I think that wind, it was funny because Sydney threw it, and all of us were like, oh, crap. The wind's got it. And you just kind of stopped because the wind blew it right back in, and it was funny because their coach, you could see their coach getting more and more, trying to keep calm, trying to give them confidence, but she saw it slipping away as well, and that was the whole thing. They played as a team. I think all year long we've battled with that. We tried playing as a team. We'd step up some games, wouldn't step up in other games, or we'd have huge innings that would really kill us. But they just kept staying steady the whole time, and we're hoping that we keep that pushing along going down to LA. So that's what we're hoping.
And how great was it, Adri, to be a part of this again after last year's against New Mexico State to sort of get that vindication this time around?
Oh, it was great. We knew this time that you don't get many second chances, and we knew we weren't going to mess this one up, and they thought they had it the whole time, and we knew we weren't going to lose no matter how good, bad, ugly. We were going to come out on top this time.
And how crazy was it that the tournament almost played out identically to last year? You beat Kansas City first, you beat New Mexico State, although it was a close game. You didn't mercy drill them like you did last time. And then there you are again in the championship against New Mexico State. I mean, other than maybe Seattle winning another game than they did last year, the tournament played out identically to the way it did a year ago.
Exactly.
So weird.
It was weird. And I think the girls were really that was their main focus all year. And as a coach, it drove me bonkers and it drove me nuts because I saw what their agenda was. Their agenda was, let's get back to the WAC tournament. And they put themselves in a good position being 3rd. We were on the right side of the bracket that we needed to be on against New Mexico State. And one of the reporters asked me, well, how come it is for Bakersfield that, the competition's always New Mexico State in that championship game, whether it be men's basketball or you guys or even women's volleyball? And I said, because we know that they're the top. We know that they've been in the conference the longest, and we want them. We want to be able to compete against the best in order to be the best in the conference, and that's what we keep trying to go after. Is we want to be the best in the conference, and right now we are, and that's what we're happy about.
Yeah, and we're seeing it. I mean, I think more and more each program, and you ladies been a part of it too, you kind of understand now what it's going to take to win. What you have to do all year to get to the conference tournament to put yourself in the best situation to win. Is that kind of how it's feeling now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And really, it's hard to you don't want to put all your eggs in the conference tournament basket, but it's great to win the regular season. That's fun. But other than a trophy, you don't get anything for it except the number 1 seed in the tournament. Then you still have to play and win. So, I mean, again, it's not the end-all, be-all. And so, really, it's all about the conference tournament.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got the two quietest people. We got the 2 quietest people that. Yep,
They
you're right.
just know. Yeah, they just know.
No, you know what it is, and I think. I talked with a lot of coaches from the Big West. We had a lot of coaches that were calling and texting me, really wishing us luck, really thinking that we had a good shot at it. They knew what our team was about. There were a bunch of teams that we played that understand the growth of our program,
right,
that have played us in the past, that see the transition that we've made, adding some Hawaii players, getting some people from outside of the state to kind of come here and say there's something special about Bakersfield right now. And you're feeling that throughout the university right now, that everyone is starting to have that belief that we can get this thing done and we can go to a regional. And like I said, it started with volleyball a year ago, baseball happening, men's basketball, and now us. It just kind of gives you that feeling that the game doesn't care how much money you have. The game doesn't care how big your facilities are. The game doesn't care about that. You got to go out there and compete.
Yeah.
And that's what they're starting to do. They can compete against anybody, and they're starting to get rivalries within the conference, which is fun.
Yeah, and I always enjoy actually, and you brought up the playing New Mexico State. I enjoy beating them for championships over other teams. I don't know why. It just maybe because they've been around so long, and just because there's sometimes a feeling of that's theirs, and it's nice to take it from them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they were talking about, that they had this feeling that it was theirs. And, one of their players actually told us it was a fluke going through the line, which I didn't find out about until after the tournament. And all I keep telling them is, you guys be classy. You win in class, you lose in class, because that's what you're supposed to do, and that's how you play the game. But, that's really what it is. It comes down to we don't care. We don't care who we're playing anymore. And I've told you that from the get-go, Corey. I don't care who we play. I just want to go out and compete. So they finally bought into that.
Absolutely. Hey, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit more about this. We'll preview the regionals as well. Sound good?
Yep.
Awesome.
All right. When we come back, more about CSUB softball, and we'll talk about the regional matchups this weekend. We'll be back. This is Roadrunner Rundown.
It's a look, a style, a way of life. Wherever you go, everything about it says luxury. And from the moment you sit behind the wheel, you'll just know and never look back. At Mercedes-Benz of Bakersfield, you can now lease a 2016 C-Class sedan for only $399 per month. So wherever the road of life may take you, make sure it's in a Mercedes-Benz. Test drive one today at Mercedes-Benz of Bakersfield and the Bakersfield Auto Mall.
We strive to achieve excellence through determination and hard work.
We are committed to winning from those around us.
Our professors and peers,
Our coaches and teammates,
and our opponents.
we compete with integrity and passion.
And we seize our moment when the opportunity arises.
We take pride in our communities
and believe that we can inspire others, just as they have inspired us.
We may wear different colors, but we share the same purpose.
We learn, we compete, we inspire.
We are
the Western Athletic Conference.
Introducing a new way to get the news. The Bakersfield Californian e-edition. It's not a website, it's the actual Bakersfield Californian right on your tablet computer, laptop, even your smartphone. All the news, features, pictures, and ads you're used to right at your fingertips. Now you can get the Californian on your schedule, anytime, anywhere, any place. Get your new Bakersfield Californian e-edition today. Visit eedition.bakersfield.com.
I was the Metro columnist in the Bakersfield Californian for 10 years, and one of the recurring themes in my writing was sort of the self-analysis of Bakersfield. Who are we? Who are these people? Where do they come from? What kind of people are they? My interest in the Bakersfield sound is kind of connected to that, because we are those people. We are the people who created that music. We are the people who enjoyed that music, who bought those records. Because it spoke to us in a certain way, it sort of reflected who we are. read this book and you get a feel for who we are.
Introducing TBC Mobile from the Bakersfield Californian. The most complete news, sports, weather, video, opinion, and lifestyle coverage in Bakersfield and Kern County. It's the easiest way to stay up to date on all things local while on the go. Read it on your smartphone or tablet. Download now by searching Bakersfield Californian in the Apple, Google, and Amazon app stores.
The Roadrunner Scholarship Fund creates educational opportunities for over 300 student athletes at CSUB. By becoming a member and donating to the Roadrunner Scholarship Fund, you're not only helping the Roadrunners fund the scholarship needs of our teams, you're investing in the future. The Roadrunner Scholarship Fund isn't just developing student athletes. We're developing tomorrow's leaders from lessons learned during competition. For more information, log on to gorunners.com/donate and become a member of the Roadrunner Scholarship Fund.
We're back on Roadrunner Rundown. We're going to be speaking with Mackenzie Westphal from CSB Volleyball here shortly. They'll preview the volleyball camps coming up this summer. And again, if you go to gorunners.com, you can check out the camps link and see all the options for your kids throughout the summer, and a chance to get them out of the house for a few days and let us watch them. What can go wrong? So we'll have that as well. As your son's not quite camp age yet, Crissy.
No,
but he's on campus enough.
Oh my gosh, I think he's going to be at the baseball camp this year. He loves baseball. But, I mean, yeah, he should go to camp and get out of the house for a few days. That'd be good.
And you had the entire family up in Seattle. I mean, that must have been awesome to have everybody there to enjoy that moment.
You know, that is what's fun, is that we talk about a family atmosphere, and we legit live a family atmosphere here, and even within the athletic department, it's so close-knit. It's so coming home and having everybody congratulate you. But my mom was probably the best part of it. She was just crying the entire time. and Brendan, my husband, looked at her and he goes, for like 2 minutes, she was like in a catatonic state because she didn't talk. She didn't say anything. And he's like, "Are you all right?" She was like, "I just can't believe it. I'm so proud of these girls." So it's funny. I saw one of the things where she's sitting there and she's just, her eyes are welling up and she just kept crying. But it's fun. I mean, that's really what it's about. It's about the family. It's about growing a program, and we really had a great opportunity to do that this year. Did you see her?
That was a nice bear hug, Joe, by the way. You lift Amber up. That's pretty good thing she's pretty small. That was an easy lift for you.
He didn't even call strike before I left. So
yeah, you know what? And I noticed that umpire was slow the whole game. I'm going, he took a long time, and like that pitch, I think you sold it because you were like, "That's a strike."
I knew it. I'm going.
Yeah. He literally doesn't make the call till you're halfway up, and he finds like, "All right, we better punch her out," because the catcher's already started the celebration.
Well, just so you guys all know,
that was his last game, right?
That's his last game. I think he was relishing in the moment and really living it up.
Yeah.
Joe didn't sell anything. That was a strike 3.
It was a strike.
That was strike 3.
It was definitely a strike, but it definitely helps when the catcher's already halfway to the circle to congratulate the pitcher. No, absolutely not. What's the whole experience been like? Now you guys come home, and Coach was talking about the kind of family atmosphere. You guys come home. Our selection show on Sunday. You had, and I thought it was great that, especially the men's basketball team came out, who won their conference, obviously won the NCAA tournament, but they were out there to congratulate you as well. Swim team was in the house. Like, what was that like, having the support from other teams in this moment?
It's just awesome to see how close of a family we all are here. And we were there. We were actually in, where were we when the men's basketball team won?
We were in
Santa Clara.
Yeah, we were heading out.
We were watching it in the lobby.
We were in the lobby just like being so loud. And it's just so awesome to see like how we're getting our name out there finally.
Yeah.
It's like what Bakersfield's about, like a community, and just seeing that when we went back was like awesome. Like we knew we have support and all that from everybody, but seeing them actually show up for the selection show was just like, I don't know, for me it was like a relief, like, wow, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I've never felt it before, and just hearing everybody cheer when our name came up, and I was like, felt so loved.
and they talk about that on the selection show. I mean, they talked about it. They said, as a college athlete, this is the moment you wait for, the selection show, to see your name called. So what was it like when it kind of popped up on the screen and you got to see it?
surreal, honestly. I see it all the time from for other teams, and just wishing I could be there. Our name would pop up one day, and it happened. So it was like a little kid again, kind of.
It's definitely a dream come true. Because
Yeah.
as a little kid, I know I grew up watching the College World Series on TV, and I was like, wow, just imagine us up there.
One day I want to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so, Coach, you've been there as a player, you've been there as a coach, and now you get there as a head coach.
Yeah.
What's the? I asked this. I remember asking this question to Coach Barnes after he won the basketball tournament, saying, "Okay, you've been here, but you've been here with Bakersfield now, in which you kind of built." Same kind of question to you. Does it feel different because this is a program that you sort of built in the Division I era?
Yeah, I was telling you before, I got a phone call this morning from Sue Enquist, who was my coach, and just how proud she was of what we've accomplished, and what honestly, the honor is not that I'm going back to an alma mater. The honor is you get to play against a traditional powerhouse, and that's where you get your start into the Division I era, and that is a legit dream come true. And the dream for me has honestly been watching these girls buy into the program and buy into what I'm telling them is the process. That has been more of a dream come true, and now seeing it come, just everything come and unfold, and that is the surreal feeling for me. Playing the game is playing the game for me. I can play it on a dirt patch and get excited about it, but that's what I'm trying to instill in them. The game is not going to change. It's 60 feet, have a little Hoosier-esque feel about it. But no, I think that's been the most surreal part, is really what they have done and how they've bought into the program. And they never stopped believing in what we were about. And it's very easy to, when everyone talks about, well, your record, it's a losing record, you're one of 4 teams. Well, yeah, buying into process when you're winning is easy. Yeah. That's the easiest thing. It's when you're losing, can you buy into a process? And they did, and that's why they are where they're at. So that's what I'm proud of.
And the last I checked, let me see. Yeah, there's no record on the trophy.
No record.
I'm trying to check. See, no, there's our name and there's champion, but I don't see a record on the trophy, so I think it doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, it doesn't. And postseason, when you start postseason, all parts of your season, you start 0-0. You start at the beginning of the season 0-0, then you head into conference 0-0, and then you head into postseason 0-0. And that's really what you have to understand moving into it. And everyone is vulnerable, and everybody has the opportunity to do it. And they're going to just enjoy to be on that big stage. And the big stage is just playing the game that they've always loved since they were little girls. Play the game that you love.
And we get a chance to go to UCLA, where you've played before, and you played at Easton Stadium, and also it seems like anytime there's a regional involved with any one of our sports, we go to the Pac-12 host, which is fine. But you get a chance to play against some really good competition. I mean, how much are you looking forward to that aspect of it too?
I'm excited. I remember last time we played UCLA, I was actually injured. And I just remember thinking, I just want to play them one more time. We did really well against them when we first played. I think it was 4-2 maybe, with a really bad running mistake, and we lost the game. And our team is so much better than what that team was, family, togetherness,
sure.
And our mental side of it, and just how much we believe in ourselves now. So I'm excited to see the difference in how we come out and how we're going to surprise them. I'm sure being the underdog is kind of where we use that to our advantage. We're used to it. We're comfortable there. And that's how we went after it against New Mexico, honestly. We knew they thought, she said it was a fluke the first time we went by in that line, but the next time she went by, she was in tears. So,
yeah.
So we're just excited to, just show everybody what we got, go out there and show them that we don't need, a lot to play the game. So we use what we got. And
yeah.
We're excited just to show them.
And Jo, you kind of also have to have the feeling that being the quote-unquote underdog, you guys have, and the same with the WAC tournament, you didn't have that much to lose. You just go out there, put it on the line, and see what happens.
Yeah, we had no pressure on us. So we literally went out there and played. We played.
Yeah.
There was nothing, we weren't thinking about anything else but playing at that time. And it was just, before each game, we kind of said, you know what, we're literally going to play pitch by pitch. And that's exactly what we did this weekend. There was not one time that any of us were down in the dugout. We got excited with the little things, like Adri's 15 pitch at bat.
yeah, that was a big one.
And we were just literally screaming at the top. I lost my voice this weekend. And it's just awesome to play with them.
Now, you brought up the dugout. Now, the dugout hats, like, how are those going to factor into – because it was great, and I loved it, and the WAC loved it. So how is that going to factor into the regionals, and where did this whole idea sort of come from?
They're coming with us.
They're coming with us. There's actually Allie. She, was like, do you guys want to bring, wear props, bring props? And then we just thought it was a really good idea because it just reminds us to have fun and – it's kind of just a game.
Yeah, there they are. Yeah. I mean,
can we rewind and watch Joe's bunt being popped up one more time?
Oh yeah, I'm sure. No, I mean this is great though. I mean these are giant foam sunglasses, clown noses, whatever the heck the crab is on the end. So you went out and you found this stuff somehow,
yes.
And you've incorporated it into your dugout routine. So
yep.
Nice. How does that just kind of help keep everything relaxed?
Yeah, it kind of reminds us to have fun.
Nice.
Because that was a big thing a couple months ago. We were just kind of playing so tense. We're like, we have something to prove.
Yeah.
And Coach said, you know what? From here on out, our goal is just to enjoy this game. And that's exactly what we went out and did, was we actually enjoyed this game.
Nice.
Yeah, when they came with the props, I kind of looked over at the dugout. I'm like, whatever works. Do whatever you want to do. Have fun with it.
Yeah.
Because it really makes the game more enjoyable for them, and whatever it takes to make it more enjoyable is all I want for them.
Yeah, and it was the when you guys beat Kansas City, they used that as the score graphic picture was your dugout with all your hats on. So there you go, and good, there you go, Coach. You got it. They showed the bunt being popped up again. There you go, just to make you feel better.
Thanks,
all right, ladies, thanks. You made up for it though.
Yeah, she did.
She made up for it. So, ladies, thanks so much for joining us. Adriana, congratulations as a senior. I know this is awesome.
Thank you.
And now Joe's got to worry about the repeat. Yeah. You don't have to anymore. You can just focus on the regionals, and then that'll be your career. But Coach, congrats again. Yeah,
Thank you so much.
You've built this team from a 5-year process, and seems like 5's a magic number. 5 for Coach Barnes, 5 for you. Coach Mello in volleyball did it in 1, but
yeah, 1 year, tough,
yeah,
G.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, you guys, congratulations, and
thank you so
good
much.
luck this weekend
Thank
at
you.
UCLA. All right, we're going to step away and take a break. Speaking of volleyball, Mackenzie Westphal, one of our assistants, is going to join us. We're going to talk volleyball camps, another opportunity to get your kids out of the house this summer. We'll be back. It's Roadrunner Rundown.
At Bright House Networks, we love being a part of our community. Hello, Bakersfield.
The Roadrunner Scholarship Fund creates educational opportunities for over 300 student athletes at CSUB. By becoming a member and donating to the Roadrunner Scholarship Fund, you're not only helping the Roadrunners fund the scholarship needs of our teams, you're investing in the future. The Roadrunner Scholarship Fund isn't just developing student athletes, we're developing tomorrow's leaders from lessons learned during competition. For more information, log on to gorunners.com/donate and become a member of the Roadrunner Scholarship Fund.
Introducing TBC Mobile from the Bakersfield, California. The most complete news, sports, weather, video, opinion, and lifestyle coverage in Bakersfield and Kern County. It's the easiest way to stay up to date on all things local while on the go. Read it on your smartphone or tablet. Download now by searching Bakersfield Californian in the Apple, Google, and Amazon app stores.
Introducing a new way to get the news. The Bakersfield Californian e-edition. It's not a website, it's the actual Bakersfield Californian right on your tablet computer, laptop, even your smartphone. All the news, features, pictures, and ads you're used to right at your fingertips. Now you can get the Californian on your schedule, anytime, anywhere, anyplace. Get your new Bakersfield Californian e-edition today. Visit eedition.bakersfield.com.
We strive to achieve excellence through determination and hard work.
We are committed to learning from those around us.
Our professors and peers,
Our coaches and teammates,
and our opponents.
we compete with integrity and passion.
And we seize our moment when the opportunity arises.
We take pride in our communities
And believe that we can inspire others.
Just as they have inspired us.
We may wear different colors, but we share the same purpose.
We learn, we compete, we inspire.
We are
The Western Athletic Conference.
In a fertile valley, a growing university with record enrollment and graduates serving the needs of a thriving community. A tradition of athletic excellence.
Basil, off a screen. Basil, 2 seconds. Basil for the win!
Now, champions of the Western Athletic Conference, CSU Bakersfield.
We're back on Roadrunner Rundown. My thanks to Crissy Buck-Ziegler, Adriana Cardoza, Jo Larios from CSUB Softball. Tickets for the regional at UCLA still available. Go to GoRunners.com and click on the Tournament Central page with the information there. GoRunners.com/ticks, or you can also 654-BLUE. Give them a call at the ticket office. They can get you into the CSUB section at the regionals at Easton Stadium. So good opportunity for you to come on out and support the Roadrunners this weekend down at UCLA. Now, the summer's coming up, and you're thinking, what am I going to do with my kids? Because they just want to hang out and watch Netflix all day. Not going to happen. We need to keep them active, and CSUB has the answer. We have summer camps for various sports all summer long. This week, it's time to talk some volleyball. Mackenzie Westphal, our assistant, joins us on the program. She is the camp director for CSUB Volleyball. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you doing?
Good. Now, let's talk about these camps. You have 6 different volleyball camps going on because it ranges from age levels to skill levels, right?
Yeah, so basically we have camps for all ages. We start at Little Runners, which is 1st through 5th grade, and that runs the same days as the middle school camp, which is 6th through 8th. And those are basically, we do the same things in all of our camps. We do we pretty much run our camps like we run our practices. So we go over basic skills, do how we pass, we swing how we swing. So we run gold medal squared system, which we incorporate into our camps as well. And then we also have the high school camps, which we have a few different options for them. We have the team camp, which we're trying to get a bunch of teams signed up. They'll play against each other, kind of a more competitive few days. And then we have the all skills camp, which is they just do everything. If a high schooler comes, they do all the skills. And then we have position specific, which basically when they're more, they've already decided if they're an outside or a libero, they can come and focus on those skills for those specific positions.
Awesome. Now, I remember the gold medal squared thing last year. Giovanna talking about that.
Yeah.
They came here and did a workshop on it,
Yes.
right? So how does that kind of affect the camps? What does that kind of bring into how does that sort of change the dynamic of the camp?
I think it makes the camps run smoother just because we have a set thing of what we do, how we run the camps. Gold medal squared is set up to be more simple, so we don't do anything too complex. Everything is just volleyball. We just do everything based on what we would do on the court in a game, and that's how we run the camps as well. So it makes it a little more simple just to run them all similarly, and it makes it easier for the girls coming in, too. If they've come to the camps in the past, we kind of do similar things, so they should be ready to go once they get at that higher level camp.
And how these camps have seemed to have grown as well. I've seen all the camps grow as the coaches are here and kind of get their hands on the program. But such a big volleyball community. We've got clubs everywhere in this town. So have you seen these camps kind of grow as well in the last couple of years?
Yeah, I think since our first year especially, we've had a lot more people come in. We also did a camp fair this spring, and hopefully that'll bring us in some more people that are in the younger ages. The only thing we ran into last year was just the dates that interfere with other camps. So we changed them this year to be the first 2 weeks of July, and I think that'll bring in more people as well.
Yeah, Little Runners is the 5th and 6th, along with the middle school camp, 5th and 6th. And then you'll do the high school all-skills camp the 11th and 12th. And then the high school position-specific camp will be on the 13th, and the elite camp will be on the 15th. So these are 1- and 2-day camps. I mean, not 3-4 days. These are pretty – and do you kind of get everything you need to get in those 2 days or 1 day in some cases?
Yeah, they're pretty long days. We don't stop, we don't take a lot of breaks. We just kind of do volleyball all day.
Yeah.
It definitely gets tiring, which is why we do the shorter times for the younger kids. But they definitely get their money's worth in what we're doing. We play a lot of volleyball, and we keep it really competitive too, so it makes it fun for them.
Yeah, and it seems like the kids, I mean, I always peek in on the camps, check out how everyone's doing all summer long, and it seems like the kids are having a lot of fun. And volleyball kids are always celebrating and bouncing bouncing around anyway. But it seems like, they have a good time and they look forward to coming back to these camps.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we have a blast with them. We like to incorporate other games. And I think the competitiveness is what keeps people coming back, because I know when I went to camps, I didn't like always doing only drills. I like to incorporate it into a game, which is what Gold Medal Squared is. That's why we do the same things off the court as on the court. So I'm excited. I think we'll get a good turnout, and I think it'll be good for us.
You have a lot of the players sticking around this summer helping out?
Yeah, we have a few of them, probably half, because the ones from out of town are probably going home for the summer. But I think I have about 6 girls helping, so that'll be good too. I know the kids love that when the girls are there playing with them and interacting with them, so I think that'll be fun.
Excellent. And you guys are one of the first sports to sort of get going. We're just talking about that early August. You'll start to practice. We'll be right around the corner. Yeah. And I'm not going to put any pressure on you, but your team's going to be pretty good next year, right? Not to let the cat out of the bag, but your team's going to be pretty good next year.
I think so. We have good things planned for next year.
Yeah, that's an easy way to answer it, because I think you guys could. You've been to 3 straight tournament championships, and I think you could definitely go to the 4th and probably win the 2nd.
That's our plan.
That's good. I'm glad we're on the same page here. Good to know. People can register. They actually have a. You can go through our camps page, or if you just go to CSUBvolleyball.com. Easy to remember. That goes through all the camps. They're all there. Little Runners is $75. Middle school is $150. The high school all skills camp, which is the 2-day camp, is $250. And some of those prices are going to increase on June 15th. So get there now and get registered. The high school position specific camp on the 13th is $150 as well, and the elite camp for 1 day is $75 on the 15th. So again, get to the CSUBvolleyball.com for the camp information, and you can register and do those as well. So, and the more you register, the better Mackenzie looks for getting these camps off and running.
Yeah.
I know it's something like, as an assistant, this is always a lot of stuff that you guys are sort of tasked with doing, but it seems like you guys have got this stuff kind of on lock now, right?
Yeah, I feel good about it. Yeah, I like being in charge of the camps. I think it's a good way to get out in the community, and it just creates a lot of contacts, first of all, for just us as a program, and that's what we're big on. We're big on community. We're big on family. So I really like getting those kids out here and kind of spending a few days with us and the players. I think it's a good builder for what we want to do in this community in the next few years.
And then, we've done a pretty good job of kind of keeping those kids involved in the program all year. We try to bring campers back for their nights. And so have you noticed that, like, you're after a game, there's a bunch of campers that run on the floor that were here over the summer?
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I know a bunch of familiar faces even going to the grocery store. And we have a lot of the girls come and do ball girls for our home games, which is nice. And it's fun, we get to meet their parents and the kids, and we've had the same kids for the last 3 years that come out and do it. So it's cool, getting to know these people, especially not being from Bakersfield. Right. It's nice to get to know a few more familiar faces around here.
And then, like I said, they come out for games, which is always good to see them in the stands and helping out as well. So again, CSUBvolleyball.com is the website. People can register there and get involved with the camps this summer. And then again, like I said, you guys it'll be pretty quick. I mean, you'll be into camps will be done, and it's like getting ready for practice time. So
yeah, we start early August, which will be fun. The girls will kind of get less of a break since we're going from quarters to semesters.
Right.
But I think we're ready. Everyone's really excited, and we have a bunch of new incoming athletes. So I think we'll be pretty good this year.
Yeah, and we were talking about that semester thing. Kind of changes things. Usually, you guys got like the whole month of August, most of September, travel around the nation, play some volleyball. No one's in school yet. Now they're all going to be in school within about 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're going to have to talk to some professors about them missing class.
Yeah,
a few more
but
times.
You do have a home tournament this year, which will be fun.
Yes.
So looking forward to that as well, and more details on at GoRunners.com. All right, Mackenzie, thanks so much for joining us, and good luck. People can, again, register at CSUBvolleyball.com.
Thank you.
All right, that'll do it for us, folks. Hey, get the show anytime online at GoRunners.com. Reminder this weekend, a lot of stuff going on. CSUB Baseball is going to play Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, their final home series of the season. And again, Thursday at 6, Friday at 6, and Saturday at noon. Big series for the Roadrunners because if they keep winning, some things are happening. They could probably find themselves in the Western Athletic Conference Tournament next week in Mesa, Arizona. So make sure you check those out. Also, CSUB Softball is down at the NCAA Regionals at UCLA at Easton Stadium. Tickets are available right now. Go to GoRunners.com. You can click on the Softball Tournament Central page. You can also /TIX. Check that page out with more information, or give them a call at 654-BLUE. The guys in the ticket office will take care of you, get you hooked up in the CSUB section for that. And the all-session passes are very affordable as well, around like $33. So if you want want to go down there and support the Roadrunners this weekend. And Friday, they'll play their first game at 6 p.m. And then Saturday is to be determined based on Friday's results in the double elimination regional. So exciting times as the Roadrunners will compete in the regionals. And next week on the program, we'll have our, we'll get to it. We'll get to the Rowdies nominees. Softball won this week, so we had to change everything around to celebrate that. But we will be back with the Rowdies nominees this coming Tuesday, our final program of this season. And you can check it out here on Bakersfield.com, GoRunners.com, or Bakersfield On Demand on Bright House Networks. And we'll have all the May 31st is the Rowdies at the Fox Theater, so make sure you join us for that as well. And all the nominees to be unveiled next week. Get the show anytime at GoRunners.com, and we will see you next week on the program. This has been Roadrunner Rundown.